Hello, I just wanted to give you guys a really quick update. This is probably not going to be quick. I don't know why I always say it's going to be quick, because there's nothing quick with me. But I'm going to give you an update about what's going on with Ryder and what's been going on the last couple days. I don't know when you'll quite see this, probably after the holidays, because I want to keep the holidays a little bit brighter than what's been happening. As you can probably see, my eyes are bloodshot because I've been crying for the last 2 days off and on. Ryder had his Christmas concert. It was really emotional for me. If you're new to our channel, welcome. I just wanted to say that I appreciate each and every one of you, whether you're new or you've been watching us for a while. Our son Ryder is 4 now, and he has a sister, Leia Sky, who is in heaven. She was born at 37.5 weeks gestation, stillborn, back in 2011. We don't know the reason why. We have some ideas. I did have an infection that went untreated, which the midwife did know that I had the infection and didn't call me to tell me in time to get on antibiotics. That's a whole other issue, which I will talk about in another video, and I have talked about it before. But this video right now is just about what's been going on with Ryder. He has been having some episodes of lately, almost 2 years now it's been going on, where we noticed that it started happening where he would just go stark white all of a sudden, and he would vomit. He has no rhyme or reason on why it would happen. Like once it was after gymnastics, so we thought, okay, well, like it's, you know, he had a really busy time at gymnastics, so you know that this is the reason why. And then another time after like blast ball had happened, and so again, you know, he was active. Another time, I think it happened when we were at the mall, which is when we really started thinking, well, what, like all of a sudden it's like a mystery illness, which I'll link that video here because I do have it where all, like was vlogging at the time. So, yeah, it was a little crazy. So, well, right now what has happened is that back in June, which I'll link that too in the eye in the sky, I think it was June, we took him to the emergency room because it had happened again. And the other times we've ever taken him, they've always said, oh, it's a viral infection, and I've just taken him to the doctor. This time I took him to the emergency room because he fell, and I thought, okay, you know, like this is not, you know, there's a pattern here, like it's happening more and more often. So they told us it was a viral infection, of course. I told them it was happening more and more often, but again, they just said, oh, it's a viral infection. So they gave us something, and yeah, he did feel better, and nothing else happened until about 2 months. I think it was about 2 months, and it happened again, which this time I was really adamant that this is not a viral infection. So the doctors there referred him to an ears, nose, and throat specialist, which ironically we still haven't seen them, but we have had his ears flushed out since, so that did help a little bit with his balance, and or at least I think it has. Do you think it has? I don't know, it's hard to tell with Ryder. It has helped with the balance, and he was able to hear a little bit better and whatnot. And then he didn't have any episodes, so we thought, okay, that's got to be the reason why. I'll link that one in the eye in the sky too. I don't know how many I can link, but there's another one. Then it happened again, so I thought, oh man, I don't know what's going on. Took him back to the doctor, said, listen, okay, I'm getting concerned. This is happening again. He's stark white, he's freezing. He's complaining his head and tummy hurts, and they did a little bit of testing and whatnot, and said, okay, well, like there's still a lot of wax in his ear, so maybe it is an inner ear thing, and maybe, you know, it's all connected. So they told us to they would try to go ahead and flush it out. They tried, and it didn't work, which is another one of our videos. And then, because it didn't work, they said, okay, come back tomorrow and we'll try it again, or come back in a few days. So we did, and it worked. And then we thought, oh my goodness, that's it. This is going to be the end of the problems. And then 2 days later, he had another episode where he was just all of a sudden just stark white, freezing, and vomited. And that time he was saying, my tummy really hurts. And it's usually, he says his head hurts or whatever, but he's never said his tummy hurt. So I started panicking. Actually, I wasn't home. I had been gone, and then I came home and Mick had been telling me what was going on. And then I was like, you know what, that's it. We're just taking him to the emergency room right now. I'm getting this taken care of. I don't care what I have to do. You did it! Congratulations! What did you do?
I got all those.
You got all those. Okay, sorry. So I had told them everything that was going on. I said that, we did the ears, nose, and throat stuff. We did the ear, the ear waxing, and they were, surprised to hear that. At first, the doctor was like, oh, it's probably just a viral thing, and I was like, bleh. I've repeated it 5 times to 5 different people what has been going on, and it is definitely not a viral thing. This has been going on far too long, and unless he's had a viral infection for almost 2 years, no. So, and I don't want to give him antibiotics. I have an antibiotic resilience right now because I've had so many antibiotics for different reasons. For my infections, my bladder infections, kidney stones. I have diverticulitis, Crohn's disease, fibromyalgia. I don't want to give this child anything that he doesn't absolutely need to have. So I repeated it to the nurse. The nurse came in and she told him everything was happening, said that his balance is being affected, let him know that it has been happening far too long. See, I say this and then he falls. Look it. Are you okay? Yeah. Just 1 second. Okay, I'm back. So they finally took me serious. They decided that they were going to put him in as an emergency consult to a pediatrician, which happened pretty quickly. We got in to see her. I'll link that video. She said that she thought he was having abdominal migraines, which it does make sense what she said, and that she would put him in for an MRI and EEG because she thought that maybe he was also having absent seizures, but more so the migraines. Come here, please, Ryder. Come here. Okay, so then she was really, really, really great. She made me feel like, it wasn't anything too serious in the migraines if we could control it. She did give us the medication so that if it's happening here, then, we can deal with it here. Then he had a few more episodes since then. One at school, one before school, one after school, one in the middle of the day for no reason when he had no school. So we've decided to take him out of school. He's only going 3 days a week, which seems to be helping a little bit because there's not so much going on. There's not, he can, if he's feeling sick here, we can turn the light off. He can rest. We have acetaminophen to give him. We have Tylenol. We have this really expensive medication that he puts underneath his tongue. So if he's vomiting, my main concern is that he's freezing all the time and they won't do blood work. I'm going to get to the bottom of that, though. I'm definitely going to get to the bottom of that. So now, fast forward to today. I've been waiting for this MRI result for the appointment. It has been over a month since we saw the pediatrician at the hospital for the referral. And they called me today to say that they have him booked into March 27th for a pre-op appointment, meaning that that's just for him to get into the pre-op so that he can then be booked in for the MRI, which will be in April or May. She couldn't tell me with an exact date. It just depended on the MRI consult pre-op thing to still bring his medication and whatnot and get him booked in because he has to be put asleep to have the MRI. March 27th. It is now December 23rd. When you're watching this, it'll probably be closer to January, but I'm not happy about this. I was bawling. I was so upset. She said, call back the hospital, see if maybe you can get into McMaster. which is in Hamilton, Ontario, or the place in London, so that we could get this a little bit taken care of. Yes, I do know I have the medication to take care of it if it's happening. I get that. But in the back of my mind, I know that I have had a daughter. I lost a child. I blame myself for this every single solitary day because I knew something was wrong, and I called them and told them something was wrong, and they blew me off. And being a first-time mom, I let them blow me off. I let them say that something was, that I was just overreacting. And that kills me every single day because I blame myself 5 years later that our daughter died because I told them something was wrong. They wouldn't see me, and instead of just going to the hospital, I ignored them. Or I listened to them. I didn't ignore my mommy gut. And then when I went to have the ultrasound on the Monday, she had died. And they told me that she likely died on Saturday, which is the day that I called and said I wasn't feeling good. Now, before you comment anything, I know that I could have went in on Saturday and she could have died anyways on Monday or whatever. I know all of the what ifs. The problem is that Friday we did go in because I told them I wasn't feeling good, and they did a heartbeat and did where they take the wand and everything and listen to her heartbeat, and I felt reassured. And well, I didn't feel reassured. I still said, I think something is wrong. And she didn't do a stress test. So that was something they should have done. The College of Midwives did tell me that it was their mistake. The lady was reprimanded. The other midwife was actually fired because of her bedside manner and because she told me what she told me, and she refused to see me. She refused to do her job. She did not tell me to go to the hospital. She told me that I was overreacting because I was a first-time mother, and if I had no bleeding, I shouldn't be worried. So that lives with me for the rest of my life. It's been 5 years now, and I have a lot of issues, but I said I didn't want this video to be about that, but it is. Okay, so now this is where I am. Upset, worried, thinking that, I can't help my child who's in pain. Okay, so I reached out to Facebook and I just said, my frustrations, and I just wrote this really long status update of what's been going on, and a lot of people have been concerned and asking me, and I had so much love and support, so much. I have friends. 1 second, again. Okay, I'm back. So this will all be taken care of. If it happens in London or Toronto or Hamilton or whatever, it may even have to wait till March or April. I can't see me as a mama bear waiting that long. To be honest with you, my anxiety and depression and guilt and everything that happens will not let me wait that long, which is okay. You know what? It's okay. It'll all be okay. In the end of the day, it'll all be okay. I just wanted to update you guys, and I know a lot of people have been worried about everything, and it's going to be okay. I know it's going to be okay. And then he just fell again, for no reason. This is part of the problem, is that he'll just be standing there and literally just fall over for no reason. Whoa, good timing. Okay, so I'm gonna go. I appreciate every single solitary message that you guys are sending me. I appreciate everything. You guys can follow along here, but if I don't always talk about everything that's going on medically, Facebook, we have a page there. It's called This is Ryder. There's also a link down below or in the banner, or both probably, and you can follow us there. That's the best place to get any information. And you know what, if you want to friend me, go ahead, because I love friends. And it's all going to be okay. At the end of the day, it's all going to be okay. I'm sure it's just migraines. Not just migraines, but I'm sure it's migraines and not something serious. I have to think like that. Thank you so much for everything. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and you guys have a fantastic New Year's.